Hello Lion members, and hello New Year. I'm Roger with Lion Technology, and I want to let you know that the latest exclusive monthly regulatory summary for members is now available online. Review it to stay on top of new EH&S rule activity, deadlines for compliance, and opportunities to participate in the rulemaking process as a stakeholder. It's good to be back with the first member update in 2026, and in 2026, it's good to be a Lion member. That's because a smorgasbord of substantial new and updated regulations are on the way this year in the areas of hazardous materials transportation, environmental protection, and workplace health and safety. To give you an idea of just how much relevant regulatory activity is in play, next to me is a list of just some areas of compliance potentially affected by regulations in progress or pending from US DOT, US EPA, or OSHA. In some cases, this means newly added or updated requirements you may need to know to keep your site in compliance. In other cases, it means new exceptions or allowances you may need to know to keep your site competitive. Either way, when the regulatory climate is changing and uncertain, having clarity about the rules that apply to your site, along with reliable resources, answers, and the support you get with Lion membership, can give you and your organization an edge. We're going to look ahead at some important environmental and safety reporting requirements with deadlines coming up in 2026 in this video. First, here's a quick recap of regulatory activity published in December 2025. The U.S. Department of Transportation posted 2 hazmat-related notices last month. One requests public comments on a planned rule to regulate the transportation of hazmat using highly automated transportation systems, things like driverless vehicles and unmanned aircraft systems, or UAS. The second notice makes updates to the National Hazmat Route Registry. US EPA extended some compliance deadlines for specific industry sectors covered by Clean Air Act NESHAPs, New Source Performance Standards, and other air programs. EPA also proposed removing one substance from its list of hazardous air pollutants, or HAPs, and announced a tweak to the framework for evaluating the risks of the chemical formaldehyde under the Toxic Substances Control Act, or TSCA. You can check out the full regulatory summary at lion.com/membersnow in the Member Bulletin section for more details. For some industry professionals, complying with environmental and safety regulations in 2026 might start to feel a little like working at a newspaper because of all the reporting you'll be doing. At lion.com/members, you can now find cheat sheets loaded with key information to help you meet environmental reporting deadlines in 2026, including for the RCRA Biennial Report for hazardous waste generators due by March 1st, OSHA injury and illness submissions due by March 2nd from covered employers, Tier 1 or 2 or Right to Know chemical inventory reporting under EPCRA due March 1st, and EPCRA TRI reporting due July 1st. Each cheat sheet spells out who must submit the report, what activities or substances are covered, relevant thresholds or time limits, and citations to specific regulations that back up all the information. Thank you for being a Lion member and for sticking with me through this update video. Stay tuned, there's a lot more in store for Lion members in 2026. Remember, you earned your membership by completing hazardous materials, environmental or workplace safety training with Lion, and that as a Lion member, you can submit regulatory questions to be answered by Lion instructors through the Finder service. You can also access reference materials updated throughout the year, watch or rewatch presentations on unique topics, and check in for updates about new regulations, shifting compliance deadlines, enforcement trends, and more. Thanks again. Let's make 2026 a safe and successful year together. I'll see you next month with another video update.